Hi there, Robin here from Expert On. Today we're going to answer some more questions, and we're going to start right off. We've got a question from Mike in reference to the Behringer 1204 USB. He says when he uses it, it's peaking out his computer, and he's wondering if it's the audio interface. I don't think it should be doing that. That's my first point on that one. Two, unfortunately, the audio interface is locked out with whatever format audio it wants to put out into your computer. What could be happening is, and now I'm not a computer expert when it comes to doing this part, but the audio could be trying to go through some other processor in your computer before it actually ends up into whatever format it wants to get to, and then be recorded and saved on the computer. You could check that. There could be something else running that's kind of bogging the system down. Unfortunately, I wish I can tell you exactly what that problem is, but it does happen. Especially if your old one, look at the format that it was recording in versus the new one that you just got, the Behringer, and compare the two for audio formats and see what else is on your system that wants to record that way as well, because it could just be something else bogging the whole thing down when it's in the actual process of recording. I know that wasn't 100% helpful, but it hopefully puts you in the right direction. All right, the next question's from Corey, and Corey wanted to make note of something I said that was wrong. And this can happen. You think one thing, you say something different, it happens. It's in reference to the Notepad 12FX video I did on talking about the mixer. Now, I don't have the 12, I do have the 8 in the showroom today, and it refers to a button right up on top. And he's right, I should have said high pass filter. So if I didn't say high pass filter, that's what this does. So it's a button on the actual unit that gets rid of background hissing and humming from low frequency stuff out there. So it could be a fan, an air conditioner, whatever not. So especially if you're doing recordings, you kind of, if you don't have any instruments going through that particular input at those frequencies, you just kind of cut that out. So you can call it one of two ways. So you can call it either a high pass filter or a low frequency cut off. So I mean, the whole point is it gets rid of all the bottom end stuff. And yes, either a high pass filter or a low cutoff filter. So I mean, yes, I said it wrong. Thanks for noting. I appreciate it. And I've got a question. Next question. All right, so the next question is from Hugh, and my apologies if I'm mispronouncing that, but I'm going to go with Hugh. He likes karaoke, but he doesn't like big speakers, and he's asking questions about the TS212 subwoofer. Hugh, unfortunately, that subwoofer is now discontinued. There's currently no new replacement. So even though if you're in Europe, I don't know if they actually exist or not. The Alto rep in Europe did do a tour to all the DJ shops and showed off a 312, 315, and a 318, but here in North America there's only a 315 and 318S. But there are lots of good subs, so if you are looking for a subwoofer, if it's for home use, you might look at the Behringer. Behringer, the Euro Live, they've got one. Now, I prefer you get like into a 15, maybe an Alto, and it comes down to the price point. Now, if you are, maybe you might hold out there. I don't see why Alto would completely not have a 12-inch. We may see a 12-inch come out in some form or another. So if you're not in a super rush, you may want to wait a while. I'm sure there's going to be a new 12-inch subwoofer out there, and that would be great to add in for a karaoke system, especially if you've got some here you note some TS308s and 310s. 310s are perfect, by the way. If you're going to do anything with a studio monitor or a karaoke system at home in a rec room or anything like that, 310s will do a great job for you. So if you do that and you hold out a little bit, subwoofer, or maybe just get yourself into the 15-inch, the TS218S, that's probably a better way to go. There we go. Hope that helped. Next question. Next question's from Omar. Omar's asking if Alesis' speaker PA system in a box would make a good little small venue DJ system. Again, unfortunately, that particular system is also discontinued. So you can't get that anymore. Alesis has come out with new 12-inch speakers to use their drum systems and their keyboards and that kind of stuff. So that's what's currently coming out there. If you're looking for a system like that that comes with 2 speakers and an amplifier, mixer, that sort of thing, you might want to just buy them separate. You'd probably be in the same price range. So maybe have a look at the Gemini AS12P. So that's AS12P. Those are just powered 12-inch speakers from Gemini. They'll probably be better off for, you know, rec room, backyard, that sort of stuff. If you're DJing for free and doing small little things, and then just make a choice on either a mixer or a controller that you'd like to have to round off the package. That'd probably be my best suggestion for that. If you're really looking for just something for fun, you know, have around, so this way you can really enjoy it, and something that works pretty good. So that's a good way to go. And price point wise, you can't make a mistake with that one. All right, new question. And this question's from Carol. And again, if I'm mispronouncing, my apologies. How much is the Alto 18-inch sub? So now, this is important because the question was asked on the TS218 sub. So the 218's been replaced with the 318, which is much more powerful. It depends on where you live, price-wise. I mean, because I can speak for here and in the States, and you're looking at, if I'm not mistaken, $7.99 Canadian, and I think $6.99 or $5 and change in the U.S. But have a look at our link down below, because it depends on where you live. If you're in Europe or anywhere else, I mean, it's going to vary definitely on the price. It's extremely price competitive to the point that it's on average $50 to $100 cheaper than anything else close to it. So especially the market that they're trying to play in. So Alto's done a really, really good job in upping the power on that subwoofer, but keeping the price point as low as possible. So definitely have a look locally, but you're looking for the TS218S, not the 218, because, well, you'd have to buy a display if you're lucky enough to get one. BuildDog AG. So I'm assuming that's what we're looking at, BuildDog AG. Basically asks using the AS15 BLT LTPK. That's a speaker we reviewed from Gemini, which is very, very popular. Asking me what's the loudest wireless speaker you can get for parties outdoor. If it's not with a battery, right now I'm thinking, for the price, I'll take Lansing's Lightning. Have a look at that one. That is just crazy amount of volume. I mean, stupid amount. It's very hard to keep the volume down. It wants to be so loud all the time. That would probably be my recommendation there. If you're looking for a battery, it depends on how many people. Again, have another look at an Altec Expedition 8. If you want to have something with battery for tailgating, that sort of thing, backyards, you can buy 2 of them and link them together. So have a look at those. Those are pretty good options out there, and the price points are really, really good. All right, last questions from Isaac today, and it has to do with the last video I did for Q&As, and it has to do with this guy right here. So he asked, what is this, and what's the model of it? And so the stand he's referring to, not the tablet, it's from Pyle. They make a ton of these accessories, which is really nice. It's called a PSPAD05. I'll actually put a link for it down below. They're extremely affordable. They completely do all kinds of stuff. So there's a locking mechanism, so you can spin it and crank it around like that, and you can adjust the height and everything like that. There's no big bass on it, by the way, so I do have lots of customers that have this in their salons and showrooms, stuff like that. But if they don't want to screw it down, you either have to use it like this, or you can just double-sided sticky tape it to a small little heavy ceramic or marble cutting board, that sort of thing. So anyways, there's all the questions. So again, PSPAD 05, and these things are in the $20 to $30 range, so really affordable. See you next time. Thanks for watching.